What's up, guys? It's the Jim
The
here,
lumpy ice cream.
and we are giving you a recap of the Flash and Arrow episode... What?
7? I want to say 7.
7.
7 sounds
Let's say
right.
7. If not,
Yes,
then...
yes, because last week was 6.
Right.
So
logically
7.
it's going to be 7 unless we're going by some weird numbering system,
Yeah.
which goes straight to 8. Like with Arrow seasons, how it goes straight to 2. Like... It's just weird, guys.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not liking how my hair's looking this evening.
Neither am I. I'm never liking how my hair's looking.
It's looking. My hair kinda looks plastic.
It does. It looks like one of those Ken dolls that they brought out about a month. No,
I don't know. It's
2 years
just
ago. A
something
year
about
ago
the
or
color that's. It's just off-putting to me. This part's annoying
It's
me.
browner than usual, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna start it off with some fan feedback,
And such.
which we got one comment. So yes, at least
Yes!
we're getting one, and it is from the No Flinch Grinch. I like that name.
That's
a
very
cool
nice.
name. This was on the Sleep No More reaction video.
Yeah.
Believe me, rewatch it. I really liked and understood it more on a second viewing. Now we have actually not got the opportunity to rewatch the episode.
No.
Reflecting a little more, I wouldn't. At the end of the reaction video, I stated I'm gonna have to rewatch this one, but really all I need to do is just kind of reflect on it. And my true feelings, I'm sticking with the 4 out of 10 because I just kind of thought it wasn't really a structured story. It just kind of like jumped about a lot, and yeah, it might make more sense upon a second viewing, but.
I feel like before giving it a final score, I will rewatch it.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, typical me fashion, I am
Yeah.
planning a marathon
Yeah,
before the last episode,
obviously.
so we can
Cool.
catch up, and then I have to also ask myself, is this an episode I want to watch 3 times? Because if I rewatch it and I don't like it still,
Yeah.
I'm going to have to rewatch it again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, are your feelings on it still kind of the same?
My feelings are still kind of...
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Hmm.
I like how it was done, but still not really the best thing.
Well, Mark Gatiss announced that there is going to be a follow-up
Ooh.
to it. So, if they do that, I hope it's not found footage again.
Yeah.
Because, like, they tried it. At least they tried something new.
Yeah.
Move
I
along.
thought the follow-up was the second part next
No. This was... See, it was weird because when they had announced it, the girl who died and the woman who lived were announced as 2 separate stories,
Yeah.
just with the same character interlinking them, which is what happened.
Yeah.
But since then, it's been changed and it's like officially now a 2-parter.
Okay. That's
So
weird.
these 2 episodes, Sleep No More and Face the Raven, are the only single-part stories in this whole season. Which is
until they confirm that they're a 2-parter next week.
which is this week? No, next week. Yes,
Next
you're
week.
right. I thought it was like past the hour.
Yeah.
But no, what was I going to say? That's going to be. I think we might have to break our rule of classifying 2-parters as one story for our series recap. It will be a rather short list.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. We might get Phoenix Fire in for that one, and
That'll bump up the length a little bit.
Plus, because I don't want to wait to do it, we're probably going to... Like, I've just kind of, like, you know how my whole classifying of the Christmas specials, I've just kind of thought, whatever. So, if we leave out the Christmas special for this year, which would officially be part of Series 10, we should also put Last Christmas on this list.
Okay.
Because technicality.
Then
it's like,
ditch what we said in the Series 8 recap about Last Christmas.
ditch what we said. Or keep it, I don't know.
Whatever.
Sure said at the top of the video, but this is going up a little later, obviously.
Obviously,
Like,
yeah.
This will probably go up before our reaction video.
Yeah.
Before we even start filming the reaction video.
Mm.
But, you know, we just had a lot to do.
Yeah.
And
bit.
just couldn't get the opportunity to sit down and talk.
Yeah.
Or watch Arrow, to be more precise.
Yeah, we literally just watched Arrow just now.
Yeah, we literally just watched it then. So, we'll talk The Flash first.
Yep.
We get the return of Gorilla Grodd.
Yep.
Do you want to take this one?
Okay. What do you mean take this one?
Let's just talk
Oh.
about it.
Okay. So basically, this episode kind of opens, like, how does it open?
Barry recuperating.
Barry recuperating and stuff. We
Yeah.
find out, like, we don't really find out, but it's like, in the... This is why you shouldn't let me talk. But yeah,
Through that.
so at the end of last episode, I was kind of thinking, oh, this whole disabled Barry thing is going to be like a thing they're going to keep for a couple episodes. But no, because he heals fast, it's just a one episode thing. And Barry's lost his confidence.
Not even a one episode thing.
Not
'cause
really,
he's,
no. It's
He's
just-
walking fine
It's kind of a week
in this episode.
thing. Like, it just happens for about a week. And that's
Was it ever stated it was a week?
I don't know. I'm just
like,
going off
flat out a
episode
week?
airings.
Mm.
So, yeah.
I got the
But-
assumption that it was the next day or maybe a day after.
I wouldn't really say it was a day, because Patty seemed pretty pissed.
Mm. But then, like...
It's like, oh, you didn't see me for a day, just seems kind of not Patty.
Sure.
Whereas you haven't seen me for about a week or a couple weeks.
Mm.
Fuck, bro. So, yeah. But, opens on Barry, he's going through sort of rehab sort of thing, physical therapy,
Yep.
everyone's helping him out and stuff, and they're all like, Barry, you sure you're good? You good? And Barry's like, I'm not good, guys. I'm never good. What are you doing? I'm never good. I'm Barry Allen. When am I good?
All the time.
Except morally. Not counting morally good.
Mm.
When am I emotionally good? Never.
True.
He's Barry's kind of got this whole PTSD thing.
Yeah.
I'm guessing for his experience with Zoom, which is entirely understandable
Oh,
because
yeah.
he got fucking wrecked.
Yeah, Zoom fucked his shit up.
He got wrecked. 360 no scoped. Well, Zoom wasn't using a scope. So,
No.
yeah.
So, yeah.
So Grodd happens, and a couple things happen with Grodd.
Mm-hmm.
He's been mind-controlling scientists to steal chemicals from their labs to bring them to him, and all the chemicals, it turns out, have been chemicals that will increase brain activity, because Grodd wants more gorillas like him.
Yep.
So he mind controls Caitlin. Caitlin socks this guy in the face.
Poor Cisco.
He
My
got
boy.
He got punched in the face. He got beat up by a girl.
Then he sneezed.
Then he sneezed.
No.
That was a
Oh,
weird thing
that hurt.
that they put in for no real reason. I don't see why they put that in, but it's a nice touch.
Mm.
Because generally, I don't know about you, but I always sneeze when I get punched in the face. But then again, I haven't been punched in the face in, like, ever. So, I don't know.
That works so much better than I thought it was going to.
That's how you do it. But anyway, Caitlin is taken by Grodd, and Grodd's like,
She is.
"Grr, make me another gorilla.
Make me more gorillas.
Make me more gorillas."
Bitch.
And Caitlin's like, "We can't use this stuff to stuff. I mean, we could, but
That's
you were
always what I get when I hear Caitlin talk. It's like she knows what she's talking about, but she doesn't at the same time.
yeah."
It's like,
She's like,
I don't care, you's cool.
we can't use these to make super intelligent gorillas because you were hit by the dark matter wave, bruh. So, do you see how this ain't happening? And Grodd's like, well, I'm annoyed.
Growl.
Grrr.
Grrr.
And we get
I was about to say smiley face. What?
So the guys launch a plan
Grrr,
to...
no more me's.
Yep.
Smiley face.
So the guys launch a plan to save Caitlin from Grodd's lair. They find Grodd's lair through weird algorithm kind of thingy. And Harry dresses up in the Reverse Flash outfit, which they still had.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, it was a spare.
it was a spare, yeah.
Mm. Because they said
So, yeah. So he dresses up in the Reverse Flash outfit, and Cisco's like, give me your best Wells. And he's like, Cisco, you were always a son to me. You taught me what it means to have a son. And Cisco is like, as shit. Fucking do it again, prick. And Harry's like, Cisco, in many ways, you've shown me what it's like to have a son. And Cisco's just sitting there like,
See, it was at that point I knew what it was like for David Tennant fan girls / boys, when he said the whole "I don't want to go" line
yeah,
in
Yates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. But yeah, like, one thing I didn't really understand is Barry immediately just fucking rushes when he sees Harry in the suit. It's like, can you not kind of put two and two together? Especially when the guys are all like, no, it's Harry. He's just like,
I'm still annoyed. I'm Barry.
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable considering all the shit,
Yeah, but like...
but it still
Barry's
feels...
smarter than that.
Yeah, Barry is a lot smarter than that, and that just kind of felt... like...
I don't care if he's emotionally unstable at that point. Like, he's smart enough to know.
Yeah.
We get I'm trying to think of a clever name, but it's just not going to happen. John Wesley Shipp.
Yep.
Back.
Open Mouth Man.
Open Mouth Man.
Yep.
Chipmunk Man.
Chipmunk Man?
Yeah.
We're calling him Chipmunk Man now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, he gives Barry a pep talk like, you can do this, Barry. You can do it. You can do it! And Barry's like, fucking can't. And he's like, Barry, I was accused of killing your mother. Or I got through that, stop being a little bitch. And Barry's like, fuck, I gotta stop being a little bitch.
Basically, moral of the story.
Yeah, moral of the
There we
story,
go,
stop
credits,
being a little
and
bitch.
let's move on to Arrow. No.
And then they save Caitlin, and they open a breach, and Grodd gets knocked into it, and Barry kind of just thumps him in the friggin' chest and knocks him into the breach. And then he gets thrown out into a big, massive open area with gorilla statues. He basically got sent to the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, basically.
Except he didn't, because
Except he didn't.
it was just Gorilla City.
Yeah, pretty much.
So more comic things.
So yeah. So what do you think of the effects on Grodd?
I think they've improved from last season.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even see anything wrong with him last season.
Like last season, there were a couple times where I would just go,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
TV budget.
yeah.
Not much you can do.
But this season, he just looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like they even got the shadowing on his fur, and it looks glossy at some points, and it's like,
Yeah.
you did a good job.
Indeed. Should we move on to...
Move on to Arrow.
Arrow.
Now. Yeah.
Not a whole lot happened,
No.
I guess. Some stuff.
Diggle's brother's still alive, for
Yeah.
one, which I'm annoyed at because, you already brought back Sarah. What the fuck's the use of bringing back Andy?
Yeah, it's just kind of like adding a bit... It's like, stop adding drama for drama's sake.
Yeah.
It's not like you're going to do anything with this. It's like he's more than likely going to be dead by the end of the season.
He's gonna be dead by the
anyway.
end of the season.
Yeah.
Like, Sarah dying was one of Laurel's biggest motivations in season 3. And then at the beginning of season 4, she's just like, whoa, I can bring her back. I'm gonna do it! So she does it, and you're just like, you just fuck off. And then in this episode, Andy's alive, and it's like, oh, that came out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
I feel like the theme this season is just gonna be like rebirth or some crap, and I don't like that. I mean, I do like the theme of rebirth, but I don't like the theme of rebirth going hand in hand with resurrection of characters that were parts of other characters' major motivations throughout 3 seasons. If this keeps going, I'm not going to stop watching, obviously. But I will be very pissed off at it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already starting to get annoyed. And that's only 2 characters.
Yeah. And it's like, in a show where there's no death, there's no consequences.
Yeah.
And, like...
So bringing back characters just makes their deaths seem meaningless, and... all that character development that Laurel went through in Season 3, which I loved. I loved her character development in Season 3. It just goes to waste because now Sarah's still alive. I mean, I know she still has that character development, but it just seems useless now. And... fuck off.
Pretty much. Like, that's kind of like the shit they did when... they changed time in the 8th.
Yeah.
And, like, Gallifrey's back now. Like, it was a mistake getting rid of Gallifrey in the first place. It's like, oh, okay then. But then, like, now it's just completely pointless.
Yeah.
Like, if they had said, it's back now, you know, and all of that, instead of, we're going to change time. You know, all those cool moments... when the Doctor's like, last of the Time Lords, I'm the last of my kind. Now he isn't.
He never was.
At least at the start he was. Because they changed time. I don't care what anyone says. That was not the timeline from the get-go. It was a changed timeline.
Yeah. But,
yes.
Yeah, back to Arrow and the Flash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flash was better.
Easily. Well, when isn't it, mostly?
Yeah.
Well, Arrow's a start.
Arrow's still really cool. There's still a bunch of really cool moments in Arrow, but I feel like this season it's just kind of dropping a little bit.
I wouldn't say dropping, it's kind of
not really dropping. It's like leveled out, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like some episodes are good, some are bad, which I think is just the case for any of its seasons. Yeah. Not season 1, because that was, you know...
that didn't happen.
Yeah, no. That's The Abyss.
The season 1 retrospective was on Go the other day, and I caught the last 5 minutes, and it was like, oh, okay, so actually you could literally just watch this instead of watching the season.
Yeah.
Like, okay, if anyone watching this hasn't watched Arrow yet, and they want to, don't
why would they be watching this?
Why would you be watching this? But don't...
Arrow.
Because they're probably in it for the Flash.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, I'm thinking of watching Arrow.
If you're thinking of watching Arrow and going from the start, just watch the Year 1 retrospective if you want to watch it. Don't watch the first season. I mean, you could watch the first season if you really wanted to.
Like, I think when you're watching a show, you just can't jump in whenever the fuck you please.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm jumping here because I've heard it's better. It's like, the one reason I say you can jump in at New Who and then explore Classic later on is because, one, there's so much Classic.
Yeah.
Like, there is a lot of Classic Who. And, you know, like, 90-something episodes are missing.
And then
which, you know, if you look hard enough on the internet, you can find, like, telesnap versions and all of that. And then, like, there was a gap in the show. Yeah. So it would be a little easier to, like, just go from there. You don't need to know a whole lot. I would still say,
if you don't want to go through all that crappy CW drama shit, then then watch the year one retrospective as opposed to watching the season. Because, like, the season's just, it drags on a lot.
Yeah.
And does nothing.
But then there's also kind of a thing that if you jump into something, which is kind of topical because of what we'll be discussing later.
Yeah.
But, like, when you jump into something and, like, specifically where a lot of characters die, and you, like, jump in, one, like, you're not really invested in the characters to start with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can
True.
be through that season. And then, if you're, like, going in completely spoiler-free, you're gonna know who's going to die in the first season.
Mm.
You'll know who's died there.
Well, there's only
Is it-
one major character that dies in the first season, so
Yeah.
it's not really much of a spoiler because...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
still.
Man.
It's like... So, you know.
Oh my god, if they bring back Tommy. That
No.
would be awful.
Yeah, it would. It really would.
And now I'm half thinking that they will.
Maybe.
Because that's fucking
I don't see
direction
him
they're
doing
going.
it. I don't think they'll do it. Because, like... If his own, like, father won't bring him back,
Mm.
then no one's going to.
Yeah.
Um,
That thought's just
plus
gonna
they
be a
can't
big
because the
annoying
Lazarus pit's useless now.
one. Yeah.
So, that MacGuffin is gone.
Mm.
So, yeah. Should we move on to our other
Yep, bonus topic.
of discussion?
Yep.
Which you'll probably already know because I probably put it in the title.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Unless you just put bonus
Yeah, but,
or
like,
something, I don't know.
views.
Yeah.
If we put it in the title, we could get more views. So, yeah.
Marketing!
Marketing! So, we saw a movie the other night,
A beautiful movie.
Thursday,
A beautiful movie.
which was Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Yeah.
Now, a little bit of backstory. I have not actually seen any of these movies,
Yep.
except for this one. So, what I said
So-
earlier is kind
So,
of...
yeah, we got the
null and
opportunity to go see it.
Yeah.
And this guy kind of took it and was like, yo, you should come too. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So we went. And yeah, it was really good.
It was...
Like,
Really good.
Speaking as someone who has read the books,
Which I have not,
Yep.
by the way.
speaking as someone who has read the books and seen the other three movies, I loved it. Like, it was a good adaptation. It didn't. It really was. It was dark when it needed to be.
Yeah.
Like as the Hunger Games usually is.
Mm.
It didn't. I don't. As far as I can remember, it didn't cut out any major parts. Of the
No,
book.
I was reading some stuff and... full spoilers, by the way, for this.
Full spoilers.
The twin sisters,
Yeah.
they died completely differently. They don't die at the same time or anything like they do in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, I can't remember how one of them dies, but I know one of them dies in the sewer attack thing. With
Right.
the mutts. Is that
Yeah.
what
The
they
mutts.
are? Yeah.
That's what they're called.
You-
The Phoenix death is just as emotionally draining as it is in the book. Like in the book, I always feel that sometimes in movies that the deaths have just that little more of an impact because you're actually seeing it.
Because you can...
Yeah, you can physically
Like, there's some
see it.
people who, like, when they read books, they are visualizing it, but it's
Which is
never really
I'm one
the
of those
same.
people, yeah.
Yeah, it's never really the same. But, yeah.
Like actually seeing it on screen was like just that little bit more satisfying.
Yeah.
Not satisfying. I don't want to see Finnick die.
No.
But like I never wanted to see Finnick die.
See,
When I read it in the book, I had to put the book down and be like, nope, fuck this.
See,
you killed my son.
the moment he showed up and he's like, oh, I'll have my honeymoon later. I'm like,
You're not gonna have
You're
your
not.
honeymoon later.
you're not.
I was
You're
like,
gonna
that
die.
was also
The
my
thing
fault
was-
because I knew he was gonna
The
die.
thing was, when I was watching it, I wasn't really paying attention, and I'm gonna forget the character's name, but whatever. I thought he was the other guy, not Peter, the fucking other one.
Gale.
Yeah, Gale.
that one.
I thought it was him, so I didn't give a shit.
Mm.
It wasn't until later I'm like, oh, that was the guy I actually liked.
Everyone likes Finnick.
Yeah.
If you don't like Finnick, then you suck.
Mm.
Because Finnick is beautiful. Finnick's a character.
Yeah. Although the one fucking death that made me go, whoa, what the fuck, was when the guy gets knocked into the oil, and then the kind of barbed wire just strings him. Where the fuck did the barbed wire come from, though? That's what I'm asking.
It came from the Hunger Games.
Okay. I was bringing this up because it was a massive, kind of irritating thing for me.
Yep.
Is, when the twin sisters stay behind, and I mentioned this to you when we got out of the theatre.
Yeah.
When the twins stay behind, and, the others, branch off and, hide in, another part of the building. Troops come, and, they're shooting at the sister. They can't see who they're shooting at, but they can see the blasts, which there's two of them.
Yep.
How that one sister managed to, actually get up and start shooting is one thing, because,
No, they weren't.
She,
I was about to
couldn't
say,
move.
well, they were against a window, and then I realized, no, they weren't against the window. They were down the stairs a little bit.
Yeah. So, then, they can see, the rest of the group can kind of see what's happening here. And then they just blow up the whole thing. They then instantly assume that they've killed the whole group.
Mm.
Despite the fact there was only ever two people shooting them. And they could have clearly seen that. They would have, if they were, so fucking... And, especially, if Snow was so paranoid that Katniss was coming after him...
Yeah.
He would have, given orders to fucking search. Don't fucking assume anything.
Yeah.
Search. And it's ultimately pointless in the end, because he finds out, not 5 minutes later, that she's still alive.
Yeah.
And see, them being alive, or them, Snow thinking they're dead, doesn't serve anything.
No. I feel like the only thing it serves is for the rest of the group to realize what a bitch Coin is. So.
True.
Yeah.
I got the sense of that from the get-go. I'm like,
they obviously
bitch,
didn't, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be a review for the movie, but it's just a discussion.
This is just us talking about
just
it
a discussion. Which I'm kind of thinking in my mind, we could also spin it off into something else if we run out of things to talk about. Fucking the jump scares in this.
There are a couple points where you're just there's gonna be a fucking jump scare.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a fucking jump scare. And
Even
8
though
out
it
of
was-
10 times, you are correct.
Yeah, even though it was so obvious, I love how the people in front of us fucking scream their heads off.
Yeah.
It's I need to go to more horror movies, because I think the only horror movie I've ever actually seen in theaters was fucking Paranormal Activity 4, which fuck those movies. But it's just fun to fucking see people get scared by shit.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious. It's always good. Especially because I do not get, obviously I get startled by jump scares, because most people do. But it's just it's just whoa, or something. I don't go, ah! Like that. The people in front of us did, but to a greater extent.
Yeah.
But yeah, for someone who hasn't actually seen any movies, I think it did a really good job making me give a shit about these characters.
Yeah.
Because it did.
At one point, I remember that someone in front of us laughed during an emotional scene, and I just kind of stared at them for a bit. I can't remember, but I know Katniss was really upset about it, and she was kind of crying.
I think it was the cat.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, it was the cat.
Because one of the people in front of us laughed, and I was just looking at them like, "You shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I will fuck you up."
Yeah. And then-
in case you couldn't tell, that cat was
yeah,
Freeb's cat.
I got that straight from
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that whole scene towards the end of the movie with the bombs and shit, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
This whole series is fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I love about it.
Yes.
Like
was
it's not scared to do the stuff that no other thing will do.
Fuck, man.
Like I remember,
Awesome.
I came out of this movie going, yes. They didn't cut out the bad bits.
Yeah. Because like
when I before I actually saw the first movie, like I was asked like, hey, you want to go see the first movie? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then like, oh, you got to read the books first though. And I'm like, oh god. So I read the books, read all three, and then I got really scared that they were going to cut out the really like not good bits of the first movie or censor them. But no, they didn't in the first movie. And then in the second movie, it got even better because they still didn't censor anything. Then in the third movie, nothing else was censored. It was all fucking so
That's always
good.
a problem. Well, not always, but mostly a problem with book to film adaptations.
Yep.
Is they always leave stuff on the cutting room floor.
Yep.
And
I'm sure there was plenty of stuff that I'm just forgetting about that was cut from the movie.
Probably. And personally, I don't read books. I just can't find the time or patience to do it. Because reading a book, I mean, it takes a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, just, yep, there we go. Like, I've read a few, obviously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just don't like it.
Oh, there's a scene in Mockingjay Part 1 that I am so glad they kept in because it's so fucking important.
Okay.
And I'm not going to say what it is because you'll get spoiled, and I
Okay.
do not want you to get spoiled for this bit because, yeah, it's great.
Okay, then. So that was pointless.
That was pointless,
Yeah.
but it's...
Yeah.
If you've read the books and seen the movies, then I think you'll know what I mean. Important bit of Mockingjay Part 1. Yeah.
Okay, then.
You might know what I'm talking about, you might not.
Alright, then. So,
If you do know
I
what
guess
I'm talking about, don't fucking say anything in the
now-
comments.
I think we can discuss a little bit more about book-to-film adaptations.
Just a little bit, I guess.
Like, yeah. I guess we can start with the obvious, Harry Potter.
Mm.
I mean, you know, they took out a lot of stuff.
Like, with the Hunger Games,
Mm,
going back to that for a second,
yeah.
I don't feel any injustice was taken by some of the things that they cut out of the movies.
Yeah.
Because the book to film adaptations for those three books were written by the writer of the books.
Yeah.
So she did the adapting.
Yeah.
So everything was done with her consent
Yeah.
and stuff. Like I feel the same thing was done with JK. Like personally, I have not read the Harry Potter books.
Yeah, no.
I have read like the first few chapters of the first
Like,
book, and
I've
just kinda
listened
put
to
it
a
down and then picked it
few.
up again.
I've listened to a few on audio tape, and
Yep.
Philosopher's Stone is completely, well, not completely different, but it's very different.
Yeah,
There are
I got
a few
that
things
enough.
in there.
From reading the first
Like,
few
yeah,
chapters.
I have listened to
One thing I'm
some audio tapes.
One thing I'm just really annoyed at with the Harry Potter movies is that Peeves,
Yeah,
like he was funny in the book,
yeah. Like they
but
even
then they
did.
cut him out in the movie.
Yeah, they even did like test footage, and it was like Rick Mail, and he's cool. So
it was funny.
yeah.
Justice for Peeves.
I think the general consensus, or among most people, is that Prisoner of Azkaban's the best one.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people say that. Me personally, not to spoil a list that may or may not be coming next year, I like Goblet of Fire the most.
Yeah.
One, that was the one I saw in theaters first.
Mhm.
And, like, you always kind of take that with you when it's like,
Yeah.
this was what I experienced in the theater, and
I think
yeah.
I think my favorite is either Chamber of Secrets because of her.
Oh,
Because
a
of,
lot
like-
of people don't like that.
I liked it because
Yeah.
of like how dark it was for like Harry Potter starting out, because Harry Potter starting out was
Like the first one,
pretty lighthearted.
it had some dark.
It had just a few dark bits, but then it was really lighthearted.
Yeah, it was
in
a
the core.
very like. I'd have to put that close to the bottom just for that reason.
Yeah.
Like.
But Chamber of
Then
Secrets...
again, the whole tone of the fucking franchise shifts.
Yeah.
But I think that just puts it down because it's actually one of the rare circumstances something grew with its audience.
Yeah.
Something that, like, countless things haven't done.
Yeah.
And
like...
some fans want it to.
Yeah. Like, I remember being... how old was I when the first movie came out? When did the first movie come out?
I'd say 2001?
Around that time.
No, wait. Yes, I think it's 2001.
Yeah. Because I remember being very young around that time and being, like, super psyched for my 11th birthday. Because I would get my letter from Hogwarts.
I think there's a way you can tell.
I don't know. But it's just really cool to see actual characters on screen grow with you.
Yeah.
So...
And then just the tone of the movies as well.
Like, those movies really do grow with their audience.
They do. Prisoner of Azkaban is, like, actually, like, even though it's dark, it's actually a completely different tone from, like, Goblet of Fire and shit.
Yeah. Goblet of Fire, I think, is where it really, like, went up in tone.
Yeah.
Like, everything just went, boom! This is for real now!
But yeah, like,
there are people dying!
Philosopher's Stone just kind of suffers.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Because of it.
Hang on.
What?
I'm not sure about this, but thinking about it now, I'm pretty sure Goblet of Fire was the first major character death.
In Harry Potter?
In Harry Potter. Like, movie-wise. Because I don't think anyone major died in Philosopher's Stone.
No.
No. Cedric was the first character to die.
Wouldn't even call him a major character.
No, but he was like a good aligned character. He was aligned with the good, and then he died. So he's the first good aligned character to die in Harry Potter.
Major death. Because, like, outside of villains...
Yes, obviously.
Because outside of villains...
Yeah.
I'd say he is the first major death.
Because he's a big part of the film.
Something that, like, has a massive impact. Because, like, no real death did.
Yeah.
Up until that point.
And, like, in Order of the Phoenix...
With the exception of, like, Harry's parents and shit, like, obviously.
In Order of the Phoenix, Harry is reeling from that.
Yeah.
Like, that experience fucking scarred him.
Yeah. But, like...
But
Order of the Phoenix is my least favourite.
I kind of like Order of the Phoenix for how mellow it is. Like,
See,
all the other movies are just kind of, this happens and this happens. Order of the Phoenix is just kind of, this happens, and then this happens, and this happens, and, like, yes, it's slow. Yes, it doesn't really do much for the franchise.
Yeah.
But despite, aside from delivering the prophecy and stuff. But I kind of like it for that reason, because of the fact that it's so chill as opposed to the rest of them. But speaking, like, favorites-wise, I would say, like, Half-Blood Prince is my favorite.
Oh, I love that one too.
Like, Half-Blood Prince
That's probably my second.
Yeah.
Like, if not to ruin the list, but whatever. You'll probably have all forgotten about this video by then.
Yeah.
But, like, Joel and I were marathoning, having a marathon of these movies. And it wasn't even like, let's sit down in one night and watch these all.
Yep.
It was split over, like, I want to say, like, 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Something like that. And, like, we were watching the first one, and we were kind of dozing in and out, because when was the last time you watched Philosopher's Stone?
A while ago.
Try and watch it now, and I guarantee you it will be harder than you would imagine.
Just a little bit bored?
Yeah.
Right.
It goes on a lot. It goes on forever. Just when you think it's going to end, it doesn't. It's like, this is a lot. Like, I was actually kind of shocked, because I'm like, this movie's a lot fucking longer than I remember. It's real long. And that the Chamber of Secrets is kind of like that as well.
Except Chamber of Secrets is building up to something.
Yeah.
Philosopher's Stone, I don't really feel is building up to much.
Not really.
I mean, it is building up
But
to,
then I
like...
was kind of equally disappointed with rewatching Chamber of Secrets as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just like, this isn't really as good as I remember.
Yeah.
But that's something that, like, you know, when you watch something when you're younger and then you watch it growing up,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, that's kind of different. Like, either, oh, that was awesome, I hated that as a kid, or, oh, that's not as good.
Yeah.
But, like, Prisoner of Azkaban was just as good. Goblet of Fire, even better.
hmm
Order of the Phoenix fucking killed it for us. We stopped after that. We didn't even get through the movie. We're like, fuck this fucking marathon. We can't be fucked. Turned it off, went to bed, never touched the movies again. We're like, no, we can't. And, like, maybe one day I'll rewatch it. Because, like, I hear a lot of people saying, oh, the best part about it is the final battle at the end.
Let's be real, though. Like, that scene with Fred, where Fred and George ride their broomsticks out in the fucking castle. And they're like, what up, bitches?
Yeah.
We're
that's
dropping out!
cool. That's cool, but yeah. Like,
And in the next movie, they have a fucking business.
yeah. Because,
I
yeah,
love
like,
it.
after Goblet of Fire, I saw each of them at the cinema.
Yeah.
So, and I remember watching this one, getting to the fucking Voldemort in a tuxedo at the train station dream sequence and being like, yeah, fuck this. Because I'm like, the fuck? The fuck's the point? Why is Harry even picturing Voldemort in a tuxedo? It's like, he's not a classy motherfucker. He's naked wearing a robe.
Yeah.
Or, no, he doesn't. Because I think at one point he like goes like that and you can fucking see he's wearing like a fucking something under there. I don't know.
Alright.
Loincloth. I don't know. I'm like,
He's wearing a diaper.
and then I haven't rewatched the last 3 of them. But I'm sure Half-Blood Prince will still stand up for me. Because I love that.
Mhm.
Then the Deathly Hallows Part 1 is good.
Yeah.
Part 2 not so much.
Part ones are always not as good as part 2.
Oh no, I think
Like, going
I think Part 1 was better.
Oh, really?
I think that's the chilled and mellow one of the franchise.
Oh,
Because it's kind of like road trip
yeah.
kind of thing.
But, for me, I usually think that this first part of a two-parter movie is just kind of building up to the second part. Like, going to a franchise that I do not fucking like at all. Twilight. Yep.
By the way, we're not going to fucking discuss that here.
We're not discussing it here. Just this one bit that I'm going to talk about for a second.
Actually, I have an interesting story about Twilight, but I'll get to that in a minute.
So, Breaking Dawn Part 1, like, it's just not a good movie at all.
No.
Breaking Dawn
I've
Part
heard.
2, I feel, is a lot better. Like, that, like, it pains me to say this. It pains me to say that I have a favorite movie out of these fucking movies. Gah. But Breaking Dawn Part 2 is definitely my favorite because of the fact that Bella actually emotes.
Oh, shit,
it.
no.
Like, oh my
No.
god, she emotes.
CG.
It's CG.
It's CG.
No, okay, no, I'm just thinking CG, creepy CG baby now. Ah, it's a terrifying
Okay.
thing. But yeah, Breaking Dawn Part 2 is a lot better than
Alright.
the first part. Now
My-
I'm going to stop talking about Twilight now.
Okay, sweet. Well, actually, briefly with my story.
Yeah.
I've only watched 2 of them.
Yep.
The first 2. The first one is because I was with my girlfriend watching it.
Mhm.
Ex now.
Yep.
And, I was at her house, and she's like, you want to watch Twilight? I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't really want to, but if you want to watch it, and she's like, alright, puts it on. We watch it. I tell my mum this story, and she goes and buys me the second one on DVD. Me being not a prick, thinking, I have to watch it. She's going to feel bad.
Yeah.
So I watched it. But the worst part about that was having to explain to my friends why I owned that movie.
Yeah.
That was a doozy. Anyway, back to Harry Potter. My problem with Part 2 just comes from the fact that they just skip over so many deaths.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's upsetting seeing these characters dead.
But it would have
But
been
it's like,
more upsetting to see them actually die.
Because Lupin's my favourite fucking character. I
Yeah.
love that prick. He's awesome.
I love that prick.
Yeah.
I love insulting my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
it's one of my favorite
Like-
pastimes.
Oh, I got so bloody upset. I'm like, and not in the way I should have. And I'm just like, and even like Voldemort doesn't die in some big grand thing. He literally Nagini gets killed. He turns into cornflakes.
Yeah,
That's what happens.
That's Harry Potter though. Like,
No, but like not even like a final blast.
yeah.
It's just literally cornflakes.
And
In the book, doesn't he do it in front of like everyone? Everyone sees him kill Voldemort.
yeah.
No one's there for that final fight.
I think in the books it was like Bijou, love shield. Psh.
Just would have been better to see something a little more than because in the end, Harry doesn't even kill him. Technically, it's Neville who killed Voldemort.
Woo, go Neville.
Think about that.
I do.
See,
I do.
in this world, there needs to be like racial equality, gender equality, and Neville equality.
Well, I think we got Neville
Equality for the Nevilles of the world.
I think we got equality for the Neville. Let's be real.
Yeah.
He did puberty right.
Yes. Yes. So, like, I think the, like, good to bad ratio of the franchise is more good than bad.
Yep.
There's only one true horrible installment, and that's Order of the Phoenix, because it killed a fucking marathon for me. And that's hard to do. But, like, the other ones have their problems, but they have a lot of good points to kind of go along with them. I mean, fucking Part 2 had a lot of fucking action in it, so there was that. But then I would have substituted a lot of that action if we had actually seen these
action.
Yeah, these characters die in their last stands. Because the last you see of Lupin and Tonks, they're just going to hold hands. And it's like...
There's a scene that they cut out of them actually interacting where Tonks runs up to Lupin, and Lupin's like, "No, why are you here? You're supposed to stay with Teddy." And then Tonks is like, "No, I'm going to support my husband because I'm a good wife."
Yes.
And then we don't get that in the actual movie because they cut it out because I don't know why. I guess they just thought it seemed pointless.
They're idiots.
But it's far from pointless because, fuck you, there was not enough of their relationship portrayed in the fucking movies.
Plus the god-awful CG aging they do at the end. It doesn't even look like aging.
That's not CG. It's makeup.
Oh, makeup. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They
I don't know why I
aged it
said
with makeup.
I was thinking of fucking, Winter Soldier. That's what I'm thinking of. Which that was kind of god-awful CG and makeup combination.
Yep.
It's like, I love how they can de-age someone, like Michael Douglas, but they can't age someone up. No, but yeah, it's god-awful at the end of the movie. It looks so weird.
I am just upset with how friggin' short that scene is. Like, in the book, it spans like a whole fucking chapter sort of thing. Like, the epilogue is like a couple pages long. But, you know, in the movie, it's just kind of like, no one's name is mentioned except for Albus's. Albus Severus Potter, you were named after two of the most prickish characters in all of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And you're also probably going to be a prick.
I'm trying...
Sorry for your name.
I'm trying to think what death made me cry the most.
At the time, at the time, Snape's death made me cry the most.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, oh, he's dead. I don't care.
Oh no, I still care.
I don't.
Snape.
I don't care about Snape. I stopped caring about Snape when I actually watched the movies and read the book. Not really read the books, but read about the books. And, like, I was a prick to you for 7 years because your mother wouldn't fuck me.
That's not it. I think you're reading a little bit too much into it.
No, he's
Because
the only reason Snape protects Harry ever is because of Lily,
yeah,
and that's it. His love was so pure, he called her a mudblood and then started pining over her for the next several years and bagged out James every opportunity he could.
But James was a prick to him, to be fair.
He was a prick to him, but he got better. James Potter is a good person. He is a non-self-describing good guy.
Was
A good person. is still probably he is a good dead person.
Also, the fucking weird Voldemort fetus thing. The fuck's... Is that in the books?
I don't know. I think
it is.
I think like Harry's...
What the fuck, JK? And if it isn't... What the fuck, whoever thought that was a good idea?
I think, like, in the book, it's kind of... I'm not speaking from someone who actually has read the books. I'm thinking from someone who has heard from people who have read the books and also read online about the books. I think, like, in the books, it's described as a piece of Voldemort's soul, but, like, I don't think it's described as a fetus Voldemort.
That's weird, though.
You know who was fetus Voldemort, though?
Who?
Tom Riddle in Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, the funny thing is, Daniel Radcliffe in Chamber of Secrets has the voice of Daniel Radcliffe now.
Yeah.
It's, like, the same voice in his little fucking, however old, 12-year-old body.
He's got 11-year-old...
It's weird.
In Philosopher's Stone, he's like...
10, 11-year-old voice.
But I can't be a wizard.
Yeah.
I'm just Harry. And the next episode, he's like, yo, what up?
Yo, what up? Yeah.
What up, guys? I'm Harry Potter.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck happened?
Puberty. Very fucking quick.
Like, it's...
Even Rupert Grint's voice, like, it doesn't get really low straight away. Yeah. I don't think his voice actually gets the low until, like, Goblet of Fire.
Probably.
So, like, he goes through 3 movies just having a really squeaky voice.
Yeah.
Ah! And then in Goblet of Fire, he's still got the kind of squeaky voice, but it's lower. And then Order of the Phoenix, it's like, oh, damn, he got a low-ass voice.
Yeah. So let's discuss another book to movie adaptation franchise.
How'd that gonna work?
I guess we can briefly go over a franchise I don't particularly like. Lord of the Rings. Like, I
still haven't watched those movies.
I mean...
I had them all, but I haven't watched them.
Like...
I just can't find the time.
For me, I guess they're kind of in the same boat as Star Wars, is like... You kind of need to at least watch them once, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not that they're bad, it's just... You can watch them once and kind of go without watching them ever again, just because they're so fucking long. And, like, if you're going to watch them, watch, like, the director's cut. Like, it's longer, yeah, but...
That's what I have. I have all 3 movies in director's cut, but I haven't watched them.
Like...
Because so much fucking time to devote to that.
Yeah. Like... I mean, they're not bad. It's just, like, they're so... And if you can, like, sit for a marathon of that shit, congratulations to you. Because
you have nothing better to do.
I honestly don't understand. Like, this is coming from someone who is planning a marathon of all the Superman and Batman movies, which is going to take, like, 26 hours. But, like, that's, 2 separate things.
Also coming from someone who is going to spend probably around 13 hours just watching Jessica Jones, so...
Yeah. That's Jessica Jones.
That's Jessica Jones.
David Tennant. Does Lord of the Rings have David Tennant? Goblet of Fire did.
Yeah. Yeah, it did, actually. I forgot about that.
And then there's The Hobbit, which, people don't seem to like very much at all.
I haven't seen a lot of people praise it, so...
Yeah, no. Ironically, the installment of The Hobbit I liked the most was the shortest. So, I find that funny.
If that doesn't speak orders of magnitude to your feelings
Yeah.
toward Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Like, Joel loves them.
Mm.
I just don't.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, no, I will probably never watch these movies again.
I feel like I will watch through the Lord of the Rings trilogy and then just kind of leave them alone for the next month, for a couple months, and then go watch The Hobbit.
Probably.
Yeah.
Like, I only saw The Hobbit because, one, Joel wanted to see it, and two, when it's the appropriate franchise, I kind of say, well, I've seen these, time to see these.
Mm.
You know, but fucking Paranormal Activity is not one of those cases at all. Like, I've seen 1, 2, fell asleep 10 minutes into the third one. Saw 4, do not give a shit about the fucking marked ones and the fucking Ghost Dimension one that's coming out. Or is it out? I don't know. I don't give a shit.
Wasn't Paranormal Activity 4 the Ghost Dimension?
No.
Whoa.
No,
What's with
Paranormal Activity 4 was the one with, like, the Kinect and, like, the Xbox Kinect. And
Oh,
shit
that
like
one, yeah,
that.
right.
The Ghost Dimension is the new one. Which is kind of looks just like the Poltergeist.
I don't know what the fuck that Ghost Dimension...
Which, by the way, I just want...
Are we going to actually get footage of the Ghost Dimension? Because
Probably.
if so, that's fucked.
Yeah. Like, can I just say this? If anyone is planning to watch the Poltergeist remake, don't!
Do not.
Tune into Babylon 5 when we do a 2015 movie recap.
And actually go watch Babylon 5.
Yeah. Content coming soon.
No, not the channel. I mean the actual show. Babylon 5.
Okay. Okay, when on
Go watch that show.
Yeah.
Just cause.
But yeah, tune in for that at, like, the end of the year, probably start of next year.
Yep.
Is New Year's Eve one of the days we do videos?
I don't know.
That's how we can celebrate the new year.
I might be doing something on New Year's, so
Fair enough.
yeah.
There we go.
It just
You're actually
really-
doing something. For
It
once.
really depends.
Yes.
I don't know.
So, Bowls.
Ah, yes, of course, Boss!
So, but
My
yeah.
favorite book to film franchise.
I'm still trying to decide. Should we do it towards the end of the year or beginning of next year?
I think beginning of 2016.
Yep, okay. So, like, second day.
Not really second.
Well, not second, but like the first Wednesday.
Going
or,
to...
as long as it's
I don't
not-
know. I'd say late
Let's see.
January. It would give us some time to reflect.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, well, let's face it, there's not much time to reflect because I've made my list.
Yeah.
And the only movie I'm planning, unless anything, a surprise pops up, to see is Star Wars. And that's more than likely going to be towards the top of the list, let's face it, lads.
Even if it's bad.
Oh, yeah. No. There was another franchise I wanted to talk about. No, not franchise, just adaptation. Tomorrow When the War Began, which is actually my favourite book, surprisingly. Just because it's
Holy
one-
shit, you have a favorite book?
Yes, because it's like one of the only ones I've read several times. We read it a lot.
You read it several times?
Well, we read it in school.
Oh, sure, yeah.
So, yeah.
I think I read it once. That's
Like,
it.
we did
In
it,
school.
we read it in primary school.
Yeah.
In, like, grade 5. Then the next year in grade 6. Then again in grade 7. And again in grade 8.
Yep.
So, nailed it. And I just loved the book. And then I heard they're making a movie. I'm like, fuck yes. Watch the movie. Fucking loved that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not many people did. But fuck them. Because it's essentially a fucking straight adaptation from the book. So
Except
that's
for
good.
a couple things.
Yeah. Which I forget what those things are, but whatever.
Yeah.
I think...
I'm still waiting for the second movie.
Yeah. Apparently...
Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Tomorrow When the War Began, but, like, I'm just waiting... If when the second movie... Like, if the second movie ever fucking gets off the
It's
ground.
been in and out of limbo.
Yeah.
Like
If it ever
there were
gets off the
talks
ground...
that they're going to adapt the next 6 books? I think it was 7 books in the
I don't know, there's a couple books.
franchise. So I'm going to say 6 because that sounds about right.
Yeah.
There were talks that those 6 were going to be adapted into a TV series or
That would make
something
sense.
like that, and it just went in and out. I don't know where it currently stands, but I'm hoping
Yeah.
they'll make it. But then I don't know if the actors have changed physically.
Mm.
too much.
I don't think
to
the lead.
allow that.
I don't think the lead actress has. I mean, I know she's in Rain.
Mm.
I think she's in Rain. I think that's her. But anyway, if it's not, then Jesus Christ,
But,
I feel dumb. But yeah, I've seen her in Rain, and she doesn't really look that much different.
Mm.
So,
But like, yeah, that's always a concern because I don't think there's too much of a time jump between
no, I think that
movies.
I think
I think in one of them there might be a time jump, but
yeah.
and from what I hear, the franchise gets a little bit ridiculous.
I have heard.
Towards the end,
I
like, I
have heard
think-
that the end after the actual war happens and they take back Australia somehow. Friggin' there's like a treaty signed and
Yeah.
the invading country, like Australia and the invading country are now like, I don't know, allies or the same thing. I don't.
Because yeah, it was
fucking
like
know.
I think like the whole fucking plot of it is basically people didn't like Australia, so they all fucking came together to invade it.
Yeah.
I think like that's the literal fucking plot, and I'm just like, to be honest, like
They
I
don't even name the country.
I'm
as
like-
well.
yeah, because you know that if they named the fucking country, the people of that country would fucking complain.
Hmm.
But you know, so like I think it was like when I started reading more into it, I'm like,
Mm,
kind of just like this where it left off.
yeah.
Like, I still want to see another installment just to
Oh,
see. Because I haven't actually read any of the other books.
yeah. There was a thing that also had sort of the same premise of
What are you
young
talking?
people, fending off invaders from their country.
Mhm.
But Red Dawn, that had like Chris Hemsworth and Josh Hutcherson, which
Mhm.
brings it full circle because Josh Hutcherson plays Peter in the Hunger Games. But freaking Red Dawn was kind of similar, and like I really didn't see much to distinguish the two, to be honest. But yeah, Red Dawn. I don't know why. I brought up
Shush.
Red Dawn. There was a thing that I was going to mention, but no, it's out of my head now.
Well, okay. Now, I bet you're wondering why
Why have you got
I've
the next
got-
time trailer for Face?
it's
the
not the
Raven?
next time trailer.
Oh, new trailer.
It's
okay.
not. Yes. Now, I'm only showing this to you because Brian showed it to me in the podcast, so it seems kind of fair that we're on equal footing with this.
Okay.
So, here we go.
We're looking for a trap street. Will someone make our eyes skink right over it? Let's call it a misdirection circuit. You. Clara.
Goodbye, Doctor. Let me be brave. Let me be brave.
Do you want to know my
Don't
first...
forget-
Whoa!
Oh Jesus!
Subscribe to the official W.
No, stop plugging the channel, Peter Capoli.
Only we're allowed
So-
to plug channels.
The first thing I thought when I saw that was, well, great. That means Clara ain't gonna fucking die. Because let's face it, when they do that, the character ain't gonna die.
Not dying. And if she
Like-
does, then that's going to be a first.
Yes, because like they did it with Doomsday,
Yep.
with Rose. Even though I don't know the ending,
Mhm.
one of the massive fucking things about Arkham Knight is this is how Batman died. But I'm pretty sure they're just going to pull some kind of Dark Knight Rises level bullshit with that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm kind of.
I mean, you do have that statue that has
Yeah, in memory of the
of
Arkham Knight.
Gotham Knight.
Gotham Knight, yeah. But like when they actually say, yeah, the character's gonna die, or essentially, they're not.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's probably some things out there where that probably happens, but
Mhm.
from what I've seen, they don't.
Yeah.
So, because I've gone into fucking explanation time and time again as to why I feel Clara should die. If you don't know why that is, just leave a comment and well, we won't save it for another fan feedback.
He'll get back to it.
I'll get back to you with that one. Because, yeah, I'm just sick of explaining why, you know,
Yep.
I need to. And I don't know when I brought it up in any video, so I can't say, go and check this. But,
I think we brought it up in pretty much every video
Yeah.
that Clara has been mentioned in.
well, then again, how we deviate.
Yep.
Clara could be mentioned in any of the videos.
Clara could be
Um,
mentioned in all of the videos.
Yes, all of them, sadly. No. I think she's not in Heaven Sent,
Mm.
but I think she's on the cast list for Hellbent.
Oh, okay.
So, how they're going to do that, I don't know. But, yeah, seeing
Unless
that...
she does die in
kinda
this
worried me.
episode, and then the next episode's the Doctor going, "No, I gotta get her back,"
Oh,
and then the
that's
next
probably-
episode he does get her back, and then like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's going to be like,
I'm kind of worried now.
And then if they, like, pull some kind of bullshit where, yeah, the Doctor resurrects her, but she can't remember the Doctor, I would just be like, fuck off.
That's no.
No.
You already
Like-
did that. No,
No.
I'm.
That would be the third time that... technically fourth, because the first time were two companions at the same time, that the companions have forgotten the Doctor. First two being Zoe and Jamie.
Oh.
But they could only remember their first adventure with the Doctor. Like, when they first met him.
All right.
And then they couldn't remember everything else, which was really upsetting because it was Jamie and Zoe, and more so Jamie because he was with him from essentially the beginning.
Right.
So that was upsetting. Go watch the War Games, everyone.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Fucking
So-
air freshener shit.
Yeah. So
I think we're out of topics now.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was just kind of like balancing.
Yeah.
Nothing. But Maisie Williams is back, so
Yay.
huzzah. Don't know if you saw it, but there was a Cyberman and an Ood in the trailer.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
They're kind of like teleporting, it looks like. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see the context. Looks cool. I want to know what that fucking Raven's about.
Hmm.
Flying into people's buttholes.
I'ma get ya. I'ma get ya.
And then Riggsy, I want to know what he's up to.
He's being Riggsy.
Yeah.
He's being cool.
Yep.
He's
He goes
he's
somewhere.
trying to sacrifice himself and then getting saved by a hair tie. I love that scene.
Goddamn. So,
It's one of my favorites. Shut up.
yeah, let us know what you thought about what we were discussing in this.
I can't even remember what we were
I can't
discussing.
even. Flash and arrow, apparently.
Yeah.
We will see you in like a few hours. Well, it won't be because we're gonna get some sleep. No time to watch Jessica Jones.
no.
I know, but we can watch that
I'm
on
sad.
demand.
Okay.
Because yeah, I could barely keep my eyes open during shit cunt arrow.
Yep.
So yeah, and then I don't want to fall asleep through.
Jessica Jones.
No.
Oh.
Well, that yes, but
Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Yep.
So yeah, and then
Yeah.
and then our reaction video will probably be coming a little late because Phoenix Fire will be joining us.
Oh, he will.
Yes, he will be.
Oh, nice.
Yes, but he asked us because it's fairly early in the morning when it airs down here if we could delay it by like an hour or so.
Yeah.
So that gives us some sleep time.
Okay.
So yes.
I feel like we'll wake up and he'll be like standing at the foot of the bed, just being like, "Hey guys, how you doing?"
But he's got a deep manly voice, so hey guys.
No, he'll use like a really high pitched voice. Hey guys,
Okay.
how you doing? Yeah.
Possible for him?
Yes.
His voice is in a permanent
It's-
state of deepness.
It's possible for him to go high. I've heard him go high before.
We're not talking about drugs, kids. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
In which case,
Unless they're
Unle-
prescription,
Unless you're willing to pay top dollar. In which case, here's my contact information. A card just like got thrown through someone's screen. Like,
They're like,
what the fuck?
They're like, fuck!
And then it exploded because I'm secretly Channing Tatum.
Fucking hell.
No. But yeah, so we'll be seeing you then. We'll be joined by Phoenix Fight unless something goes down. Hopefully it won't.
Yep.
Hopefully he's here. Because reaction vids.
Reaction vids are important.
Yes, they are. Especially with this episode. Because it's
It looks interesting.
the penultimate story. It's not the penultimate episode because that would be heaven sent.
Mhm.
But yeah. See you guys. We shall see you then. Until then,
Take care.
see ya.
Goodbye.